I'm back with another video on the next belt project that I'm working on right now. This is a belt that I'm making for a friend of mine. It is going to be made out of aluminum, like some of the other belts that I've showed. So what I want to do is it's going to take multiple videos to do this. I can't do it all in one video because it's a very time consuming process, and I just want to do the first video. I don't know exactly how many videos it's going to take to get completely through it. There's some of the things that I'm not necessarily going to show. I'll tell you what I used and basically how I done it. Anybody that knows anything about power tools won't have any trouble with any of this. But this is the basic outline design that I laid down. And just like with the wall hang belts that I make, I go from that, go to poster board to make my templates so I can get everything positioned right and cut out of aluminum. If you'll notice in these sections, there's little circles. Basically what those are where my bolt placement's going to be to bolt the belt together, because it's going to be multiple plates stacked, so it's going to be a little bit different than what I've done before. I'm actually going to do the border on this one. That's something that I haven't done before, and I'm just really praying that's going to come out exactly like I want it to. It's going to be the most difficult part to cut, but I go from this to these. Each one of these is that design just cut out in the poster board. This piece right here I left this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut each one of these out to where I leave this section here. So when I bolt the belt together and get everything aligned like I want it to be, what I'll do is I'll take this, use a fine point Sharpie to trace it out so everything's symmetrical. Then I'll go through and do my engraving and get my engraving done. This one right here will have to be cut out in multiple parts to be able to do my paint work. It is going to be multicolored. It's going to be silver and gold. These right here is for the placement of the rubies, and where they'll go, they'll actually sit behind this plate onto the main plate. And got my banners cut out. This is my side plate. I basically done the same thing for this one, because I'm gonna cut this out later and use a fine point Sharpie to go through after it's set down on the plate and do my engraving. So this will be gold. Your back in here will be the silver. I trace all of this stuff out onto the aluminum that I'm using. It's an old stop sign that I picked up at a flea market for like 20 bucks. So it's nothing that's real expensive. It's just sometimes it's kind of hard to find. You'll find them here and there. I don't recommend anyone go take them off from the side of the road or anything like that, because that can get you in trouble. But that's where I picked up that material to use. I'm sure you can probably find the thin aluminum sheets in different places. It's something I hadn't really looked for. The first old sign that I got, I made 2 or 3 belts out of. So I just kind of like that material. It seems to do pretty good. I'm going to show you how I do my outline just to get it down. This is the old sign. I've already got, these will be the backs for all these plates. To try to save material, I put all this in one. All of these pieces will be cut out separate, but this will fit right over this. That's the reason. The bolt holes, to make sure my bolt holes line up, and all of that will come in like it's supposed to be. If you got a straight edge on your piece, you're better off trying to put it on a straight edge for one of your cuts. It'll save you a little bit of time, a little bit of aggravation on your cuts. Just lay it down and basically mark what you want cut out. Make sure you mark your bolt hole where your bolts will go. And basically, all you got to do now is cut this out. When you're doing this inside work right here, I use just a regular jigsaw. There's nothing special about it. I use a jigsaw with a metal cutting blade. It does pretty good. For your inside stuff, all you really need to do is get a drill bit that's big, that's just a little bit bigger than what your jigsaw blade is. Pop your hole and then put your jigsaw in, get everything cut out. You may have to, depending on how tight your project is, you may have to do more than one hole for your jigsaw to start. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this video with just explaining to you. I'm going to get all of these plates cut out because it's a time-consuming process. I'm not really up on all the different ways to video yet, so I don't know how to do the time lapse and all that kind of stuff. So I'm basically just going to cut everything out, get all my parts like they need to be, and I'll show that in my next video, hopefully within the next few days. I do want to thank the people that's commented, the people that subscribed. I just really want to hear what you want to see. This particular belt right here is a project for a friend. This is kind of what he wanted, so this is the design I went with. It's not anything too outrageous so far as detail goes, but it'll be a nice belt when it's finished. I also want to thank my son for helping me with all this. I probably wouldn't even be doing this without him, and he's doing the camera work for me, and I just really appreciate everybody and everything that's going on with this. This is something that I really enjoy, and I hope that you enjoy these videos and can get something out of them where you can get hands-on with things. And I just really want to say how much I thank everybody, and God bless you.